This is what I think. I think that you can only cheat at something if it's a game. I'm driving so fucking aggressively. Like, I'm in this mood because I'm driving the way that I'm driving right now. And I feel like I'm channeling all kinds of shit. I feel like you can only cheat at something that is a game. And the way that we structure relationships is a game. And I'm thinking along these lines because the bitch that I saw yesterday at work, she was trying to pull out of me that I do tarot cards and that I'm into all this occult shit, because she saw that my background on my phone is the World Tarot card. And she was trying to subtly pull that out of me by getting out a deck of cards, like poker cards, and then we were playing card games. But I knew what she was doing, so I redirected it because that's not for her. And she wouldn't respect it anyway. She's too fucking stupid. But anyway. And she was like teaching me how to play these games, and every little fucking thing I did, she was saying, no, don't do that, and you have to do this, and then this comes next, and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the entire time she was playing this card game with me to hide her intentions that she wanted to dig into my spirituality and she wanted to control me spiritually, and she felt threatened by me because she can just feel this energy radiating off of me that I'm not a Christian and I'm not in this male-centered religion like her, and I have this way about me, all right? And I make a lot of women are sexually attracted to me, but they can never admit it, especially older women. And she had like the way that she would say certain things, like she would say right there, like she was trying to test the waters sexually. But anyway, this got me along the lines of thinking that, and she would say shit like she always wants to follow the rules to the games to a T. She has to make sure she's following the rules, blah, blah, blah. And everything about her is so goddamn fake. Her whole personality is fake. And she's lying to herself about her sexuality. And I ran her birth chart, and she has a Venus conjunction to Uranus in a sign that indicates lesbianism. And I just know these things off the bat because I've been studying this shit for so long. Anyway, that's the past, because I'm never seeing her again. I'm never taking her case again. But it got me thinking along the lines of, you can only really cheat at something that is a game. And it made me think about the way that we handle relationships, and how also when you think that something is a game, and you're scared of what's going to happen if you cheat, or you're scared what's going to happen if you don't follow the rules of that game, or what punishment, or I forget the term. Come on, bitch. Drive your fucking car. They're just on the road like they don't have shit to do. Come on. Stupid bitch. If you are so caught up in what's going to happen if you break the rules of a said game, and this can go into anything. Religion is a game. Structured belief systems are a game. The rules at a job are a game. Friendships, the rules of friendships are a game. When you're so caught up in the rules and how to play things by the book, and you never have to improvise or have creativity because you follow the rules so well, or you know what every fucking rule is, and there's a game and you can ultimately win, or whatever the fuck, you're going to be relying on logic, the rules of this game. So you're going to use that as a crutch, and then you're going to lean out of your intuition. You're going to lean out of improvisation and creativity and your gut feeling. You're also going to lean out of psychic knowings about things. Instinct. You're going to lean out of instinct because you're relying on the rules of this game book. And then I think we structure relationships, especially sexual relationships, the way that we do. Why is your dumb ass in 2 lanes? I channel a lot on the road too. Like sometimes when I see something strange or I see something kind of weird on the road when I'm thinking along a certain lines, I know it's a synchronistic message. Sometimes I don't want to know what I'm picking up on though. Driving is a game. And driving is a deeply emotional thing. Like road rage and speeding. It's a channeling of energy. But anyway, I think anything that we do that we can't handle the entirety of, we can't handle it in its true form, we have to turn it into a game. Kind of like you can't stare into the sun. You have to look around. We have to anthropomorphize it. Just like we can't handle, say, the pull that the moon has on us, because we're made up of mostly water, and the moon is what's controlling the tides. It controls us. Full moons, I'm so impacted by full moons. It's a full moon today. My Saturn sign is at 13 degrees Aries. This moon is right on my Saturn. It's been really intense for me. So we have to do things like anthropomorphize the moon. I think about, like, we turn relationships into a game. Especially relationships that could potentially result in reproduction, sexual relationships. It's literally everything for us. The rules of a job. Having a start time. I'm an hour late for work because I charged the spell up on this full moon, and I left the bottle outside, and I was halfway to work, and I just fucking know it. If I leave that out there, my dumbass uncle or my father or my mother, they're going to go out there and think, oh, what's this? And they're going to open it up and the fucking petition is in there, and they're going to read all this shit that came out of my fucking pussy. Not literally, but I mean, like, they're going to see some ultra vulnerable, like, it's not for them. So I raced back home just now like I was fucking insane. And I got it, and now it's in my seat. What was I saying? When we can't handle something in its entirety, or we can't handle it at its base essence, and we feel powerless to it, we have to turn it into a game so that we can have the hope. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for honking right in my fucking ear. You just changed my life. We have to turn it into a game. I think about how structured relationships aren't even fucking real. When we can't handle what interacting with another person is doing to us. We can't handle what that at the core, what it really is, we have to turn it into a game. We have to rely on rules about, if you don't play these relationship rules, you are disqualified, aka you're broken up with and your reputation is destroyed and you're a hoe, or you're a prude, or you're not putting out when you're married. That's the rules. You don't have a fucking internal rhythm. Or if you need sex, you're not allowed to see a prostitute, because you can't. Then that's cheating and you're evil. If you lose passion once you've been married because now you've played by these rules so well, and now you have a piece of human property and you've lost desire for them because there's no conquest anymore, you can't do whatever you want, because you're in this game now and you have a higher status in this game, so there's more to lose when none of it was fucking real anyway. And I also think there's so much fear. Like, I feel so much fear when I think about, oh my God, I don't want to be in a fucking relationship. I don't want to get married. What if I got married? What if I was someone's property? What if I had to take someone's last name? Like, all these rules that we have, I think it's so scary because they program people to get into this. It's like a pipeline through fear, through shame. That's how you mind control people. You corner them. You get them in a vulnerable position. Oh, fuck. I don't even know what they would have done if they just found this spell bottle out there. It's not even about them. It doesn't even impact them. But they would have found something that I wrote or that I concocted and naked in my bed. And they would be able to feel the energy in it. It's about me. It's not about them. Ugh. And they would have put me in an ultra vulnerable position and they would have been able to corner me with it. I think they're summoning it. They're trying to get access to something that I'm doing in my privacy because they want to mind control me, because I'm broken loose in plain sight. I'm free in plain sight. They can't get me. And they are playing some kind of game where they can't invade the rules of this game. Whatever the fuck they're doing. But anyway, when you're not just moving freely based on your soul impulse or intuition or your gut feeling or what you need, like, and you're completely aligned with yourself, so therefore you're very potent energetically. When you're being authentic, you're the most potent that you could possibly be. When you're not doing that and you're instead playing by some game or some rule of a game, and you're afraid of what's going to happen in the future if you don't play by the rules or the other person doesn't, or what they're going to do to you, I think what they're going to do to you is they're going to free you from the slavery that comes from playing these social games. They're going to force you back in tune with yourself. And if you can't handle yourself, and if you can't handle how powerful you are when you are in your own sphere of influence, you're going to almost want to sacrifice yourself. You're going to want to forfeit yourself. You're going to want the torture of segmenting and diluting yourself and playing a game where you can never be authentic. You're going to want the feeling of atrophy and weakness because you can't handle yourself. I think about how relationships aren't even fucking real. How many times have, granted, my sexuality is not completely wild and open. I am bisexual, but it's a lot more rare that I see a woman and I just feel like all these feelings because I've been shamed and programmed so much, but I am bisexual. I think about how many times, though, have I seen a man and I'm like, I want to fuck you. I want you to fuck me right now. I want it now. And then it's so powerful. And then I observe myself and I observe them, and here goes all this programming covering up the soul urge that I have, segmenting my mind. I get so neurotic. I was in hives the other day, giving myself 1,000 reasons why it can't happen. And then I think about how capitalism has been around long before the Industrial Revolution, and how they control people in society by anyway, the whole premise of marriage originally was for social power. It was for land and chickens. It wasn't for love. And you could cheat on your partner with whoever you want, as long as you were now joined at the hip when it comes to your name or your family or whatever. It was never about love. And then I think, I used to read Kierkegaard, and I think how he said, like, you can't have real passion and the essence of what love and sexual desire and all that stuff is with someone who you are domestically trapped with someone who you're raising kids with and splitting bills with and trying to be good, upstanding citizens or whatever. I also think we don't but I think about how it's a game. It's political. It's deeply political. So even in medieval times, there was hierarchies, with the monarchy being at the top of things, and then they could convince you. I really wonder, why the fuck did anyone ever buy into this shit in the first place? Like, they can convince you that you're in a caste system. I think caste systems are all over the world. They're not just in India. They're definitely here too. They can convince you that this hallucination, this shared hallucination of social class and social hierarchy and worth based on your family or whatever the fuck it is, they can convince you that it's real, that, why the fuck did this even start? And if you can control sexuality, you can control someone's sexual life force, and you can confine it to some kind of social political agenda where they're not going to uprise and overthrow the monarchy or the oligarchy because it's sinful and unholy, and you can't just have access to what you want. You have to consider all these other made up social rules and all this shit. I wonder, this is how they keep people weak. They keep people stunted. This is probably why it's taking so long for humanity to evolve. Also, I was thinking about how things become a lot more serious when there is no game, when there's nothing for you to win or lose. You can't cheat, you can't be disqualified because there's no game you were playing by, there is no rules. When there's no rules in something, your true core self has to come into the picture and then direct the flow of energy. It has to direct the course of events based on your true self. And that's because there's nothing there to keep it weak and atrophied and codependent on, like a rule book of something. You have to be in tune with your real self. And you'll know a lot of things too. Sometimes I also think that structured relationships is what kills intimacy, because you're more focused on the game that you're playing than who you're actually playing it with. Also, I think about how we're terrified of things in their true form. And I think that's what I was getting at, that it becomes more serious when you aren't playing a game and there is no end goal and you're just moving based on authenticity and impulse and intuition and what you are aligned with doing, no matter what it seems like. I wonder if we just can't handle it. I want to, though. I think about how I observe other people, I observe myself, and I've been thinking about this. I am here. Here I am. I'm fucking alive. Now look at all this shit that I've seen. Look at all these people's relationships that I've seen. Look at how I was going to go down that trajectory with several different people. Here I am in my body. I'm here. Am I going to take this fucking life that I have and then go turn it into a game and get married and not live out my soul impulse? I think about how we've probably reincarnated many different times. I haven't found a way to articulate what I kind of feel into words regarding all that stuff. I feel my sexual energy. I feel it's literally magic. Am I gonna go shrink myself that much and dumb myself down so fucking much and play some game with someone? Am I going to act like I'm fucking retarded compared to how smart I really am and then go play some game with you? And it's gonna kill everything. It's gonna kill desire. I wanna swipe the whole fucking thing off the board. I don't wanna fucking play. I feel alive. I want to. Granted, I've been suicidal on and off since I was about 15, but it's not about that. I think it's about when you're so in tune with how alive you are and how much you exist and how in tune with your soul you are, you can also experience equally opposite situations of knowing death, of wanting to die, of feeling like you're dying. So when you've been in kind of situations I've been, of really being like, feeling like you're dead, you're not here. If I've already been in that shit, why the fuck I was ready to go when I was 15. I was kind of ready to go when I was about 25. Am I gonna now, and I came back from that. I came out of that many times. Am I gonna now go get married? Even thinking about that, I wanted to crash my car into the building right now. I'm not doing that. Ugh. Let me out of here. Am I going to be... Don't send me fucking messages about taxes. I don't fucking care. My mind is on different things right now. I'm done talking.